If you do have a construction company, you should have 2 LLCs, unless you lease all your equipment. If you lease all your equipment, then you're just gonna have the service company. Doesn't matter. Whatever service company should be leasing the equipment, because if anything bad happens and it's above the insurance that you cover, what your insurance covers you for, somebody's gonna be able to come after you for the other assets inside that corporation. If it's a service company and you're leasing the assets from your holding company, they can't come after these assets in the holding company because they're a separate company and you have limited liability with the service company. So ideally, you don't have digital assets in either one. For sure, not the service company, maybe the holding company as a treasury, but ideally it's segregated into its own LLC, separate of other stuff, just like real estate. Like you wouldn't hold real estate in the same LLC as your operating company because, again, if somebody sues you or somebody falls on the property or anything happens, that property can then be taken in a lawsuit. So you want to limit that liability. So personally, I would parse that out. I would segregate it. And if you don't have your assets separated from your service company today, I would highly recommend working with an estate planner or a tax attorney to structure that appropriately to be able to mitigate the risk of loss of those assets. If you do have heavy equipment, obviously you're getting, the Section 179 deductions. You're able to write that off, which is awesome. But you probably want that in a separate company that you're leasing to your service company in case you hit a gas line or a water line or fiber or whatever else that causes problems and you get sued or you have losses. Your employee could be driving the company truck that rear ends somebody. There's just so many circumstances in that type of business where you can have problems. And so I would highly recommend segregating your assets out away from that.